This is Lorenzo, and this is the Lifestyle Design Taxonomy lesson number 9. It's on our daily health schedule. In the previous video, we looked at my daily work schedule where we took the 4 major work activities of life: solve, learn, serve, and manage. We allocated 7 hours minimum to those activities and created the ideal morning, afternoon, and evening routine where I would be most productive. In this video, we're going to do exactly the same, but for the big 4 activities of health: sleep, train, eat, and walk, to which we've already allocated 13 hours or more than 50% of our day, but do it in a way that is most compatible and integrates with our existing daily work schedule. So let's go ahead and do that now. As a quick review, in the previous video, we took the 4 major activities of work. We allocated a total of 7 hours to our daily work schedule. We then created the ideal morning, afternoon, and evening routine. What we're going to do now is take the 4 major activities of health, to which we've allocated 13 total hours, and create the ideal morning, afternoon, and evening health routine that integrates with our existing daily work routine. Step 1, let's bring in a visual reference for our 4 major activities of health as the building blocks for our daily health schedule. Number 1, we've got sleep. Number 2, we've got eating. Number 3, we have training. And number 4, we have walking. We saw in the previous video that the ideal daily schedule design starts with our decision of when we go to bed and what time we wake up, because our entire day is built around our sleep. The second most important activity in our life that defines how we live our life is not sleep, but is our work life. In order for me to be the most productive, I've discovered that I need to allocate at least 7 hours to activities of work. The 3 most important hours of which for me is in the morning. You win the morning, you win the day, as they say, which I dedicate to solving the most meaningful problems in my life or those of my clients. And then I've got another 4 hours in the afternoon. Now, if we look at the 4 activities of health, 1, 2, 3, and 4, we've actually already accounted for 3 of them in my work schedule. For example, we saw that to have breakfast during my management activities between 11 and 12 for me was ideal. And then again, between 4 and 5 p.m. to eat during my learning activities. And we saw that if I didn't move enough throughout the day, that I would walk between 9 and 10 p.m. with my dedicated learning block, as we saw in the previous video. The only major health activity that we haven't looked at or scheduled is when and for how long I will exercise. If we take a look at my daily work schedule, and since I cannot move these work blocks around, or I can, but not without impacting my productivity, the ideal time for me to train is either between 2 and 4 p.m., so in the afternoon, or after 7 p.m. Because exercise for me functions as a reset, it's ideal to do it between work breaks. And I find that if I train too early, I might be too tired for the rest of the day. The ideal time for me to train, therefore, is between 2 and 4 p.m. for at least 2 hours. I don't train for 2 hours, but make sure that you set enough time aside to get to the gym and get back from the gym, especially if you don't train at home. And make sure to involve friends and family every opportunity you get. So in summary, my ideal daily work integrated health routine flows in the following way. In the morning, I wake up at 7 after 8 hours of sleep, after which I will work from 8 to 11 a.m. for 3 hours. Between 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. for 1 hour, I'll have breakfast while catching up with any administrative work. In the afternoon, after another 2-hour work block between 12 and 2 p.m., I will train between 2 and 4 p.m., giving myself 2 hours to complete my training session and using that as an opportunity to also connect with friends or family. Between 4 and 5 p.m. for 1 hour after my training, I will have lunch while I study. And finally, in the evening, I'll have dinner at 9 p.m., after which I will walk and study once more. So in summary, the 4 activities of health are sleep, eat, train, and walk, to which we've allocated 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 hours.